It is the first time I've started with a camera like this, so I'm a little bit conscious. I don't actually know what it looks like, so hopefully it's working. But I thought I would have the camera ready because I'm going to jump right in and show you a really quick project. So let's just see, let's move it a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make a Easter basket. This is a weave basket, so it is really simple and easy to do, but it's really fitting for today being Easter Sunday. So you can fill this with some treats. It would be really cute for a table gift if you're having a like family gathering. So you don't need an awful lot today. We basically need some cardstock, some tear tape or adhesive, some ribbon, and a pair of scissors. So really, really simple. We're going to cut some strips of card. We need 8 of these at 7 inches by 5 5/8. So just less than an inch. I've used Soy Saffron and Pink Pirouette today, simply because they're quite nice, subtle Eastery colours. So 8 of those, and then we need 3 strips, 11.5 by 5/8, and a final pink strip, 5/8 by 7 inches. I'll pop the measurements on a blog post after this. So what we're going to do is we're going to split these into 4. And the first one we're just going to lay down flat with a little bit of space between them. And then we're going to pick up our second one, and we are literally just going to weave these pieces of card. Now at first I like to make sure that I'm leaving a fair amount of space, and then I tighten these up at the end. So, hello everyone. So I haven't got, I can kind of see comments today, but I'm just want to get this done quickly so I don't take up too much of your Sunday. But I just made this and I thought it was too cute not to share. I also really like the fact that it's easy, which means if you're having a family gathering, you can get your whole family crafting. So this is all we're doing. We're just simply weaving the card. So you start under, go over, go under and go over. So it looks a little bit messy at first, but we tidy it up in a minute. So our last piece, so we're going to go over, under, over, under. Okay, so now we've got our basic weave. What we need to do is tidy this up. Now I like to keep these edges lined up together. And if you kind of do one side, you get it nice. And then we're going to push one side together. I'm going to flip that around and pull these sides in together. Now we really want a nice tight weave because this is going to be the base of our basket. So there we go. And then we just need to do the same with the other side. So when I'm flipping it around to the other side, I need to keep my hand on the edge simply so that I can know that that is staying in the right place, and then pull it down so that I have the same, a nice flat edge. It's a little bit tricky to do, but when you do it a couple of times, it gets really easy. Okay, so now I've got these nice and flat. Well, almost nice and flat. What we need to do is just score the edge. Now you can simply get a bone folder and a ruler and score along the edge. I am going to use my trimmer simply because that's what I use for everything. And all we're going to do is do a score line all the way along the edge because we're going to bend these over, and this is going to be the base of our basket. So if you have a ruler and a bone folder, just score along. Otherwise, like I'm doing, just line your trimmer up and give it a good score. Be careful when you move this because you don't want to lose the tightness of the weave. Here we go. And you need to do all 4 edges to make it work. So the beauty of this basket is you don't necessarily need to use adhesive. I'm just using adhesive to keep it really neat, and it's just a little bit easier. So now we've scored all the way along the edge of our square, we just need to fold these sections over, taking care to fold them straight so that we can make a nice basket. So what is everyone celebrating and doing today for Easter? Me and my husband are just having a lazy day today. The weather's pretty miserable. We would like to have gone for a nice dog walk in the countryside, but it's a little bit miserable, and our poor princess had another fit this morning because she has epilepsy. Well, she has a form of epilepsy. She doesn't lose consciousness, but she does have fits. So we have to take it easy today. So I thought I'd come on, show you this, and then I am going to go sit on the sofa and watch a movie with my Lexi Lou. So now we have done the basic of our bottom and started our sides. I'm going to take one of the longer strips and we're just going to fold over the edge. Now we don't need to measure this, but really you don't want it to be more than ½ inch. Now this is where you don't need to do this step. You don't need adhesive. I just found it really easy to use adhesive. I found that it just meant that my basket was just a little bit neater. So I've just put a little bit of strip of tear tape on the side, on the tab that I created, and I'm just going to peel it off and I'm going to stick it to one of the sides, like so. And then I'm going to start my weave. So we just, again, just wrapping this around, and when you get to one side, all you do is wrap around the last piece, give it a really nice squeeze and get your bend, and then continue with your weave. So you just go round one, in front of one, around one. It's probably the sort of thing you made in primary school, or it definitely was for me anyway. So I'm just gonna wrap that around again the corner and give it a really nice squeeze so that I get a nice bend. And so sorry, my phone, I've got to turn my notifications off. And keep on going all the way around. Now, as you can see, we're slowly starting already to kind of get a basket looking shape. So we just need to keep on going and finish up. So at the end here, all I like to do with the end piece is grab a bit of tear tape again and stick it down. You don't need to do this, like I said, you can just have it as a free basket. I just find that mine stays nice and tight and neat with the adhesive. So because I'm a fan of the adhesive, I'm going to go around and put a little bit of adhesive on each of these sections, and this will keep your basket nice and tight. So if you're going to have this maybe with actual treats in them, then I'd really recommend doing the adhesive. If you're just going to have it for decoration and maybe not going to put anything in it, you probably could get away without the adhesive. Or maybe if you do some really, really tight folds, you could probably get away with it as well. So, but I'm going to fill mine with mini eggs, which aren't particularly heavy, but still, I'm a big fan of tear tape. So, let me just look at the comments. Hey, Kim, sitting in the van in Mackie D's watching you. Oh my goodness, Kim, what are you getting from Mackie D's? I love McDonald's. McDonald's is like I was gonna say it's like my secret addiction, but it's not. Everyone who knows me knows I love McDonald's. I wish I didn't, but I do. They recently just did the most amazing sticky barbecue burger, but then they stopped it, and that makes me sad. So now I've cleaned off the adhesive, I'm literally just going to fold these up and make sure the pink line is pressed down, and just make a nice good base for my basket. And this means when you come to do the next level, it's going to be a little bit easier because things are they're stuck down now. So I'll just drop one of my strips. Okay, so again, just going to fold the edge over. This is a really easy project, and because you don't need very many supplies, it's perfect for a lot of people. Okay, let's peel this off again and find a place to stick this down. So let's fold it inwards and press it down as far as it'll go and stick. And then just weave again. Not forgetting to tighten around the corners. There we go. See, I had to pop out to Asda yesterday to get some bits and bobs, and I saw all the Easter egg hunt stuff. I was so tempted to buy and set up an Easter egg hunt, but I thought it wouldn't really be that effective if I give myself an Easter egg hunt because I would know where I put them. So I decided against it. But is anybody else having an Easter egg hunt? Because that looked a lot of fun, and Asda have tons of supplies, although I think it's closed today. But you could go tomorrow and get them in the clearance. Okay, so now I've got to the edge. Oh, that fold wasn't very good at there. Just going to tighten that on a little bit and fold this in. This is actually a really therapeutic project. It's really nice and relaxing, paper folding. So I decided to make this because I was looking through some old projects that I made, and I saw a weave card, and I remember at the retreat where I taught it, everyone thought it was so much fun. I remember at school making weave baskets, so I had a go. It's not, oh, I've got a weave wrong there. Where have I gone wrong? Okay, so that one needs to be over and that one needs to be under. It's always good just to check your weaves to make sure you've got it right. It should simply just be every alternate one. And I'm just going to pull the edges down again and just stick them. So if you think you know somebody who would like to make this basket, then just share this video, maybe give them a tag. If you give any a go today, please send me a picture because it's really fun to see when you guys make things. And there we go. Has anybody got any movie recommendations? Because I need some ideas of stuff to watch, preferably on Amazon or Netflix, please. Oh, I really should have turned my notifications off. Okay, so just gonna fold these up again. I imagine if you've got a big family and you may be having a family dinner today, this would be really fun to give everyone the supplies and see before dinner if everyone can make one. We had a family dinner last night, but there was just 4 of us. And I did make a chocolate cake, which I forgot to share, but I'm going to share a picture later on because I never get a chance to bake because I'm always too busy. But it was really nice having time off because I actually got to do some baking, which I haven't in a long time. And our final layer and just put in some more adhesive on the tab again and just giving it a start. So as you can see, this is really an easy project, but sometimes I think the easy projects are the most fun because you don't have to worry about doing it right, or especially like this, you don't need to really worry about picking colours because it's a nice easy colour scheme. Just go for something subtle because I think Easter sounds like a subtle colour kind of time to me. So I've gone wrong there. Where have I gone wrong? Okay. There we go. If you get one weave wrong, it throws the whole thing off. So you've got to keep on checking that your weave is right. It's really hard to say that word. I've gone wrong again. Okay, so that... there we go. I've made 2 of these this morning and I didn't go wrong on any of them. It's the pressure of being on the camera. Okay, And just force that down a little bit, bend it round, and there we go. So, and let me know if you're watching this on a replay. Yep. You just pulled it out. Okay, so that's fine. We just need to slot it back in. I think it's because we're getting too close to the edge. Nope. Okay, and turn around the corner. I've just done it again. Oh no. At least it's not as bad as my mistake the other day. So what I'm going to do, because I keep doing this, is I'm going to put some adhesive on as I go. I think maybe we're getting a little bit too close to the edge and it's not liking it. So I'm just going to apply the adhesive as we go so that this doesn't keep happening. I don't think this one's quite as tight as my other one. There we go. Problem solved. Tear tape makes everything better. So does anyone have any Easter traditions? I think our family tradition is just to be lazy on Easter. Relax. Yep. Okay. Nearly there. There we go. So, for those of you tuning in, we are just making an Easter basket, a weed basket, and we're just sticking it down as we go on this layer so that it will stay nice and tight. And if you can hear that, that's my dog walking out. I think she's got bored being in here. Okay, so at this end we just need to tighten that one, such, and we'll just pull this down. So when we've done the top layer, all we're going to do is going to weave round, go round and cut off the weaves at the top. Just needs a bit of adhesive inside. So we just simply go round and cut it so that we have a nice straight edge all the way around. And this side. Now don't worry about this bit being perfect because we're going to cover it. So what we're going to do now is going to wrap our ribbon around the box and then cut the amount that you need so it wraps all the way around the box off. And lay your ribbon flat. We're going to take the tear tape and we're going to apply it all the way along the length of the ribbon. Now, if you don't have ribbon handy, you can just use cardstock or paper. Whatever you've used for the basket, you can just use for the top area. This is just to finish off and add a bit of, just to make sure that it doesn't unravel or anything. So make sure the tear tape's pressed on nice. And then you want to go along and you want to force this ribbon to fold in half. Because we've got the tear tape on, it's going to be a little bit thicker than normal, which means it will kind of just keep that halfway mark. Then what we're going to do is peel off a section of the tear tape and apply it along the edge. So all we're doing at the moment is applying it halfway. So half of the ribbon is not covered, but half is against the edge of the box. Make sure I haven't come off camera. So halfway around and then wrap to continue. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to make a cut in each of the corners so that we can wrap the ribbon over the edges. Like this. So you want to get your box and cut the ribbon all the way down to the corner. And this just means that we can then fold over our ribbon to create a nice edge on the box, on the basket, sorry. So if your cutting wasn't perfect, we've just hidden it. So now we need to grab our piece of cardstock that was pink, that was 7 inches by 5/8, and we're just going to stick this down along the middle. Flip it over and you want to put 2 little bits just at the edges. This is just so we can tuck our ribbon all the way around. Just makes it a little bit neater if you can't see the edges of the ribbon. Okay, so cut your piece of ribbon so it's just longer than that, probably about 8.5, 9 inches. And we are going to pull off the tear tape. Oh, clearly not very well. There we go. And apply the ribbon on top, making sure that we overlap on the edges so that we can wrap this round. If you still have a bit of an overhang, just trim it away like such. And then what we want to do is just run that through our finger and thumb, and we're just creating a slight bend in the card. Then we need 2 more bits of tear tape for the edges. And peel the edges off, and then we're just going to slide this in and we have our basket. So there we go. That's really as simple as it is. The tighter you go, the neater the edges of the basket, and also the more solid it's going to be. As you can see, this one's a little bit looser. I maybe didn't give it as good a go. You can, you're going to put something really heavy, you want to put a piece of card in the middle, just add a little bit more support. But otherwise, that's going to be solid enough for some chocolates, maybe a cream egg, whatever, not something too heavy. If you're quite fancy, you can, put a box of jewellery in it or something. But there you go, that it is our Easter weave basket. So I will pop the measurements up after this. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you have a really good Easter weekend, and happy crafting. Thanks for watching.